And we're back. Alright guys, it's been a while since my last video, so I had a little bit to chew over and to examine. And of course, this is all projected at myself. I'm doing this for me. So I said, if you get anything out of it, well then that's great. I'm happy for you. Hopefully it inspires a few others, and if it doesn't, well then it's still just for me. Much like the time I take to exercise, which I've done today. I've done my hour or so. I was doing 3 hours and it was just too time consuming and too much. It was wearing me out. I like to do the weights, well, I like to try and do them every day and just exercise certain parts of my body. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to: lifting, reading, and trying to practice what I preach, which is important to me. It's given me a form of clarity with myself. I'm picking up my own faults as I go along and doing my best to correct them. It's no good recognising my faults and then going, bah, they're ingrained, there's nothing I can do about it. It's, life is fluid, and I think you have to be fluid and go with it. My father once said, you can either be an oak tree and stand proud and tall, or you can be a willow tree and blow with the wind. The oak tree will laugh at you and say, look how proud and strong I am. And then in a good storm, it'll blow down from the roots. And the willow tree will just blow with the wind. So there's an analogy you can use in your day to day. A lot of today is going to come from my notes, because I've written shit down, that's why. So getting into it, it's better to have a plan and act upon it. Action is better than inaction. And you will find that you'll make a plan and you'll think you're on track, and then something will come up. It's an obstacle in a path. As I said, life is fluid. And if you're fluid, you'll find a way around that obstacle or over it, as you would a water going over a rock in a stream. But if you're rigid, yeah, it's where the water gets all foamy and murky and cloudy and you can't really see what's going on. So, as it says here, your plan doesn't have to be complete or perfect. Once you're moving towards your goal, your plan will change, but that doesn't mean your goal will. Knowing yourself is the only reliable foundation for success. And this struck a chord with me when I first read it. Knowing yourself is the only reliable foundation for success. Now, success comes in multiple forms. For me, it's just being the best version of me. And as I've said before, unfucking myself. Delving into my creative side. To truly know yourself, first be honest with yourself. This can be hard because you've spent a lifetime trying to be someone who society will approve of. Revealing your true self to your hardest critic, yourself, will be scary, and you may not like what you see. Who you really are may be that far removed from the fake identity that you have created. That's important. Who you really are is that far removed from the fake identity, the mask you wear to slip in and fit in and society will accept. You might be that far removed from it because of the mask that you refuse to take off, that you refuse to believe in your true self. And I did that for years. Because I was sick and tired of not fitting in. I was sick and tired of, oh, that guy's strange or weird. So you conform for acceptance. Now I can comfortably say, stick your acceptance up your ass. I don't need it. I'm not happy. I need to know who my real self is, and acting as my real self, or being my real self. I guess there's no acting involved when you are your true self. All the masks are gone, and you're vulnerable. Be vulnerable and honest, and it's okay not to like parts of your true self. I know a lot of people, especially men, go to an early grave because they don't like certain parts of their true selves. There's stigma attached to it, or they've grown up in an institute that tells them that this is immoral, or they're looked down upon by people they look up to. And instead of accepting who you are, sadly a lot of the guys, especially the guys I know, aren't with us anymore. I mean, yes, they rob themselves of life. Yeah. When you try something new, you are going to suck at it. You're going to look foolish. Your ego is going to try to convince you and others that you're just as good. Or you're going to use something like humour, which is something I do. I use humour to try and mask your embarrassment. Some people use anger. Some people take the high road and believe they're of a higher intelligence than a class full of people who have been studying something for ages, and you've just rocked in and, no, you're all stupid, I know better. Or, as I said, I use my route, the comedic route, and be the class clown. Or you can be the angry dude. I'm sure there's many other personas out there that people take on when trying something new. So yes, your ego is just trying to convince you and others that you're just as good, even though the reality is you suck and you're vulnerable. And this is a great opportunity to see yourself, your true self, or at least parts thereof. It's maybe the window isn't open completely, but it's certainly cracked ajar, and you can get fresh air in there. Parts of you that were afraid to try, or curious but didn't want to know, or whatever. Now it's just that window's open just that bit, and the cool breeze of knowledge, of self-learning, of self-worth is gently wafting through. And that's really nice, because you're not breathing the same stale old air. I know I use analogies a lot, but I find that they help. They help with me. They help me to explain things. So yeah, deal with it. Hello, woof, woof, woof. By exposing yourself and applying yourself to new experiences, you're allowing yourself to become vulnerable. Do not be afraid to fail. And I don't think you can fail when you're trying something new. I mean, unless it's parachuting, and then you only get one crack at that. But I reflect on a karate class, martial arts class that I was doing. And I was fat, bloated, drunk, who had no idea what he was doing, but I wanted something better. Daddy. And I tried martial arts, and I'll tell you what, guys, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And, oh, mate, what have you got? A mouthful of chicken? What are you eating? Oh, you got a big dirty grape in your mouth. Lovely. Yeah, so I did a martial arts class, and that was really, really enjoyable. The only reason I haven't continued with it is that, hey, I'm talking, please. is a financial reason. Otherwise, I'd still be there. And I intend to go back to it. I intend to raise my son in that environment as well. So, guys, go out and try something new. I would recommend that you make whatever it is positive. And I know every one of us has got something inside that we've been intrigued to try. Painting, or I know I always go back to the creative things because they resonate with me the most. And I find martial arts is creative too. But even if you can't swim, go take a swimming course. You know, if you know nothing about cars and you wish you did, then go and do an LV, a light vehicle course. There's just so much opportunity out there, and we. Excuse me. You can go outside then. Go on, up here. There's so many opportunities out there, and through fear of failure, we don't seize the day. And we're only getting one crack at this life, so you can either get to the end and it can be full of regret, or you can go, hey, I tried those things I wanted to do, and yeah, I sucked at them. Some of the things were successful, and I stuck with it. And others, I went, no, Jesus, I tried that swimming business, and you know what? You can't do it with 10 kebabs in your stomach. No, that's not for me. Just get out there and give it a go, guys. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. I hope you're all feeling good about the week. And yeah, look, stay tuned, guys. I'll post again when I've done a little bit more study and a little bit more insight. Peace, love, and mung beans.